If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 152 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. This is the second leg of the quarterfinals in the Europa League. Cambridge United versus Roma. We of course came away with a 3-0 victory somehow from the Stadio Olimpico in the first leg. An English team are involved in every single quarterfinal tie. Arsenal 2-0 up against Lazio, Liverpool drawing 1-1 with Inter Milan, and Man United drawing 1-1 with, I think, Genoa. I can't quite remember who they were playing against, but there's an English team in each half of the draw. And all of us seem to be playing against Italian sides as well, thinking about it. So that's really strange. Quarterfinals and all 4 ties, England versus Italy. So we'll have to wait and see who comes out on top. Obviously, we are the strongest, or we have the strongest position of all of the quarterfinals so far in this one. Obviously, with a 3-0 win away from home as well, crucially. So if Roma want to take it to extra time, then they have to win 3-0. If they want to win on the night, then they have to score at least 4 and hope that we don't score at all. Or no, to be fair, we can score and then still go through on away goals if it ends 4-4 in aggregate. But we came close to the opening goal there, but their goalkeeper was on hand to make a very good save. And then Nangolan plays through Giovanni Dos Santos here. Gervinho has the shot and Hutchinson gets just enough on it to slow it down before I can get to the man or get to the ball to hoof it clear. Although I think it was slightly trickling just wide, but still, the goalkeeper made an important save there to keep them out. But then, unfortunately, made a really terrible save to get them straight back in it. 23 minutes on the clock. He palms that straight to the awaiting striker to make it 1-0 on the night. 3-1, no still in our favour on aggregate, of course. But like I say, if we score, then it's still... Well, if we score, it means we can't go to extra time. But Roma need to win 3-0 to take it to extra time, or 4-0 to win outright. But we have scored. So now that means we cannot go to extra time. So the only way that Roma can go through now is either by just winning outright overall on the tie or drawing level on aggregate and going through on away goals. Because, of course, if they make it 4-4 in aggregate, that means they'd have 4 away goals to our 3 and they'd go through in our place. Adam Yates whips the ball in, and Gervinho is so unlucky there not to get a second for them, smashing his head off the bar. I know we live to fight another day, 20 minutes from time, but there's still 15 minutes left to go. Somehow the ball works its way to Adam Yates there. He gets it back out to Salah. He's going to dance past the defender and stand the ball up into the box. And there's Giovanni Dos Santos at the back post. They have made it 2-1. They've got 15 minutes to find themselves 2 goals here, Roma, to make sure that they go through in our place after our very, very strong opening leg win at the Stadio Olimpico. But as you can see top left, we are now in stoppage time at the end of the second half, and Adarabioyo threads through Georgiev here, gets a really nice finish on it as well, and makes it 2-2 on the night. So we don't lose on the night, and we win 5-2 on aggregate to comfortably get through to the next round of the Europa League, which is really strange because out of the 3 sides we've played in the knockout stages of the Europa League, Athletic Bilbao, Sporting Lisbon and Roma, like we said last time, you would have expected Roma to be the side that were the ones that are going to cause us the most problems, and in actual fact they were the side that we were able to brush past the easiest. So very, very peculiar. I'm expecting a much tougher time in the semi-finals. We've actually got Liverpool in the semi-finals of the Europa League. They were able to get past Inter Milan. I don't know what happened in the other half of the draw with Arsenal, Lazio, Man United and Genoa, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with that particular half of the draw. But it's an all-English semi-final for us against Liverpool, a side that we stereotypically haven't really done that well against in this particular series, although occasionally we've been able to pull out a result against them, so we'll have to hope for the ability to do the same again. But Aston Villa starting a 4-3-3 against us, or 4-3-2-1, very offensive formation with Harnik, Braithwaite and Andreas Weimann, or Andy Weimann, up top in their front 3. Obviously Martin Braithwaite is absolutely rapid, and Andy Weimann actually has been sold by Aston Villa in real life. He's gone to Derby. I'm not sure what the fee was, but they decided that they wanted to let him go in real life. But here in the 6th season, is it 6th season? I think it's the 6th season, isn't it? That yeah, 6th season. They've decided to keep him on, and he was going to be involved in this game, very much so. But we're on the attack to start the game off. We had that first shot well saved. Then Kwesi's going to turn inside, look for the man on the edge of the box, and gets it to Dom Solanke. We get so lucky with the way that goes into the back of the net. He has the shot, Dom Solanke. It's headed straight towards where the goalkeeper is diving, and it looks like it's going to be a simple save for Zoot again for the second time. But it hits Aquadar. Actually, it hits him on the arm. You'll see from the second replay, more so than this one, that it actually hits him straight on the left arm and goes into the far bottom corner. Really unlucky for the goalkeeper. In fact, he ducks out the way, throws his elbow up at it. So if anything, that really should be handball. But obviously, I don't have them turned on because it can be a little bit bullshitty sometimes, the handball system in FIFA. But we catch him on the counter-attack here. Dom Solanke involved again, gets it into Kwesi Appiah, and he hits the outside of the post. Could have made it 2-0 there and really put the game to Aston Villa, and given them a real tough task to get back in it. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do so. They're going to come back at us in the second half. As you can see, 67 minutes on the clock. Lovely cross, and Matthew Lowton is there at the back post to head it in to make it 1-1. I was really regretting missing that chance with Kwesi at this stage, because I was thinking they were in the ascendancy here. They catch me time and time again, having more of the ball and the chances in this second period. Harnik finds Martin Braithwaite here, gets a good turn in, he's got pace to get away, good shot, good save, and then somehow we're able to scramble it clear. I'm not sure whether there should have been a penalty in there or not, but they win it off me again, and then Garner finds Harnik, and it doesn't matter whether it should have been a penalty or not because they scored anyway. So that's 2-1 to Aston Villa. So in both games so far today, we've we've found ourselves 2-1 down, and the other one we were able to come back. Question was, could we do it again for the second game in a row? Kwesi Appiah into the box, trying to turn, but there's not really much space there. The defenders were doing very well in blocking all my passing angles and shooting angles until it fell to Dom Solanke, and then he just smashed it in from the edge of the box on his left foot to make it 2-2, and that's 2 draws between the start of the episode and now as we head into the third game, hoping for more than a 2-2 draw in this one, because we could really do with a win to help maintain our top half of the table status in the BPL in our third year in the top flight. Obviously, we finished 10th in the first season, 5th in the second season to give ourselves Europa League football for this year. We currently sit 9th. We're playing 8th placed Manchester City, so they're kind of out of sync with where they actually should be, considering the strength of their squad. And we were hoping that we could get a win and go above them, and that would help us get up closer towards those European spots. Europa League football for next season via a league finish isn't gone just yet, but it is a long way away. So we need to get a victory here if we stand any chance of getting into Europe again next year via a league finish. Obviously, if we win the Europa League this season in the actual European competition itself, then we should qualify for next year, but I genuinely don't know whether FIFA is realistic enough to let me do that. Obviously, it tends to only take league finishes into account, but if we finish in 8th or 9th and not outside the European positions but win the Europa League, I don't know whether it'll put us in that competition for next season. I guess time will tell if we win that competition. I'll have to win it to try and find out, but Joe Hart was on form in the opening few moments here. Wonderful save initially to get the corner, and then makes another good save to tip it over the bar from the resulting corner. So City started to come forward towards the end of the first half. Not really too sure what Yaya Toure was doing there. That's one thing that really needs to be addressed for FIFA 16 is people just ignoring the ball when it's thrown to them from a throw-in. They just run towards you to receive the ball and then completely ignore it and run past it, and it either hits them or just flies straight past them. It's definitely something that needs fixing for FIFA 16 because it's completely retarded, but nobody's been able to take the lead to this point in this game. Both sides having chances, and City coming the closest perhaps with their header at the back post towards the end of the first half, but fortunately it was able to come off the defender. We were able to get it away, and he wasn't able to put it into the back of an empty net, and they were defending well to this point. Obviously Joe Hart had made a couple of good saves, but this time not quite able to do so. Really powerful shot actually from Mihanas, guys, on his weak foot in that area. He was almost running away from goal as he took the shot and kind of tried to cut it back. Hit it with so much power that Joe Hart couldn't react to that near post. We found ourselves with a 1-0 lead, and we were actually going to improve from that point onwards in this second half. Aquadar flashes that one past the near post, or far post, sorry, as we look to get a second, and we're actually the stronger of the two sides in the second half, but City were going to get another chance before the second half was out. David Silva dinks the ball over here, lovely ball to Karim Benzema. He's going to return the favour to stand it up into the middle, and I don't know how David Silva's missed the target there. He has no excuses for not putting that into the back of the net. That should be 1-1, and we were going to make them pay for that mistake. Georgiev here just trying to find a way past the defender. They defended really well, City, it has to be said. Similar to Aston Villa, actually, always putting men behind the ball. And then they made a mistake there, two defenders running into each other. Chikawi finds Georgiev, lovely turn, and the finish as well was very, very good indeed to make it 2-0, and that was going to give us all 3 points here at home against Man City, to give us 4 points in the league today and cut progression through to the Europa League semi-finals. It's really strange how there was an English side in all areas of the Europa League for that previous round, and I think it's going to show here. It's actually the two Italian sides that get through against Arsenal and Man United. It was Genoa. Arsenal were 2-0 up from that first leg, and Lazio have won the second leg 3-0, and I think Man United and Genoa were drawing, and clearly Genoa have made it through. So it's an all-English semi-final on one side and an all-Italian semi-final on the other, after it was 4 English and 4 Italian sides only in the quarter-finals. So we have to fly the flag for England, hopefully, if we can beat Liverpool. We're currently sat there in 8th with... Actually, we may be too far away from those European spots now, looking at that. 47 points. We are 14 points away from Manchester United, although they have a game in hand, and then we only have 5 games left. So... we need a maximum 15 points, and for everybody above us to lose every single game. So I think a European spot via a league finish definitely out of our reach right now. But we could finish as high as 6th. There's definitely a chance that we could make it as high as Stoke City and overcome them in the upcoming final 5 remaining BPL games. But there's also a couple of strong European ties to play in between now and the end of the season. Hopefully a third one as well if we can get past Liverpool. But they're having a very good season in the BPL, sat there in 3rd with a game in hand actually on Spurs. So they could go on to 65, and the title race is still very much alive if they do so. Same with Arsenal, if they can win their game in hand, and Manchester United. The title is going to go down to the final day, I think. Chelsea have a good lead, but obviously if they slip up just once in those final 5 games, because I don't know whether they have to play Spurs, Liverpool, Arsenal or Manchester United, then it could cost them the title run. But they do look like they're in the driving seat right now. We'll have to wait and see what happens between now and the end of the year. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed it, of course, as always, and subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days, whether it be this series, the My Player series, or the Chelsea Career Mode series. I will be streaming FIFA tonight over on Twitch, so follow the link in the description to my Twitch channel and follow me over there. Follow me on Twitter as well. Link will be down below in the description. And, of course, I will see you over there, hopefully.